going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Journey Podcast. Today, I'm going to answer a question that I get all the time about PTBI. So, we're going to switch the focus onto our program, which is the Personal Trainers Business Incubator. And we'll tell you a little bit about what we do. But the question that we get often is, I see all these results and I just don't trust if they're real. I don't know if they're real, and people just don't believe them, right? And the results that we get is, trainers quitting their jobs, going full time within their business, making 5 to 10K per month. We even have trainers making up to 15K per month. And people see that and they're like, is this even real? Is this even possible? And I totally get that. When I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, it was really hard for me to fathom how trainers were able to make 10K per month while working at home, posting on Instagram, and making a super deep impact on the lives that they are, changing. First thing I want to say, guys, is that the results are real, and making 5 to 10K per month is pretty standard and typical. Usually, trainers within our program are hitting that mark within the first 30 to 60 days. And within the 90-day mark, they're about at the 8 to 10K mark, which is pretty amazing. But one thing I will say is that it's not always just about the information inside of our program. A lot of it has to do with the believability that they're worthy of success. And we do have, it's not a cheap program, right? This isn't like $100 program. It's not like a $500 program. It's not a cheap investment. And so the trainers that we work with, they're committed and they're motivated and they have conviction that this is what they want to do. And they're serious about taking this business full time. And so what we've seen is two things happen, right? You have one camp of people who, want the information and they'll try to go out and get it for free, or they'll try to go out and get it on their own, or they'll try to ask questions from other people and they struggle. And they are like, I don't understand why I have the same information as these other people, but I'm not seeing the results. Well, it's because they haven't actually committed, and they know that because they haven't committed, they're not worthy of results, or something is, they're not working as hard as they should be or working as hard as they need to because they aren't fully invested, right? They want the information without having to pay the price. And because they haven't paid the price, they aren't, deemed worthy of the success that returns, right? The trainers who join our program, because it's not a cheap investment, they're very committed and very motivated. And because of that, they get to work, right? They take the information, they apply it, and they get to work, and there's conviction there. And so when people, doubt the results, I usually say it's because they don't believe that they can get those results as well. But the trainers who join our program, the reason why they're different is because they believe that they will get results, and in doing so they do. Not only that, but they also have, a huge community of other trainers who are also showing them the way as well, right? When you join in a group and you're sitting right next to someone who is just like you, asking the same questions, but they're making, 8 to 10K per month, and you look at them and you're like, oh shit, this person's no different than I. He's in the same exact program, he has the same exact information. And so what makes him any different to deserve those results than I do? Right? If they're in the same room, then that person's going to say, well, actually, we're the same. We can actually get the same results. And so they're going to work to the same level to get the same results. Right? It's like breaking the 4-minute mile. Right? So the question of, are these results real? For PTBI, they are absolutely 100% real. But the reason why these coaches are able to get such great results is because they invested in themselves, and their believability in success is so much higher because they have that conviction, because they've paid the price, because they've made a commitment to see the results. Going out and getting information all on your own just simply does not work. It doesn't work. Well, it might work, but it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to be, really messy. There's no integration, right? But investing in a program like PTBI, it shows you the way. It makes things easy for you, and it's a commitment to excellence, right? It's you committing to your dream of starting this coaching business and taking it full time. So, to answer the question, are the results for PTBI real? Yes, they are. And they are coming from very real people who are coming from not very special backgrounds. People who are just graduating from school, people who are, working full-time jobs, people who don't have much coaching experience previous to PTBI, they're seeing really, really crazy results within the first 6 months. Why? Because, well, I guess how, we'll answer the question how first. Well, how is because we have a really awesome community that supports coaches in their growth and entrepreneurship and helps them by answering their questions and showing them the path, right? So that way they don't have to do this journey on their own. They don't have to figure it out on their own. We also provide materials like an online course that walks them through the process of starting their business and how to get clients and how to build their back end, right? And we also just we're there to answer any questions that they have, right? So the support is on level. I think I already said that, but that's really how, right? So they're getting really great results. We have the tools and resources to support them in doing so. But the reason why is because they're choosing to do so, right? They are making a commitment to invest in themselves and invest in their business. Essentially, what they're saying is, yes, I am doing this and I'm going to see this all the way through because they're making that investment in themselves. So I just wanted to come on here and answer that question because I know it was unclear for some people. They just don't believe, and that's totally fair. There's a lot of coaches online that pump out false results, but I just want to let you guys know that everything that comes from PTBI is absolutely legit and real. With that being said, guys, we'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.